Updates from Glenn, VE9GLN from RadioID.net today on Ham Radio 2.0. Hey, good afternoon and happy Thursday. This video will be posting on a Thursday. My name is Jason. I'm KC5HWB. If this is your first time to join us here, please click on the subscribe button below so that you can keep up with all the videos that we post on this channel, anything that is new in amateur radio. So I say this is posting on Thursday because I'm starting a new initiative to do an interview video at least once a month. This will be the last Thursday of the month. I'll have an interview from someone in the amateur radio world. Could be anybody. Maybe somebody from a ham fest. Going to have a couple. We've done interviews with Bob from R-Finder in the past. A couple interviews with Flex Radio. This will be my second interview with Glenn from RadioID.net and other folks in the amateur radio world who might want to join us for interviews about whatever is happening in amateur radio in their world. So take a look at this video. If you have any comments or questions about this one specifically or about other interview videos that you think might be a good idea for this channel, hit me up on QRZ. I'm good there with my email address. And I hope you enjoy the interview.
Glenn, thanks for joining again. Been quite a few updates to RadioID.net since the last time we spoke. And
yes,
hopefully the got this Zoom video hopefully will work a lot better than Skype did last time as well. So such is life with internet chat. But anyway, okay. So if you want to give us a short intro and just tell us about what has changed on RadioID.net. I know that NXDN has been a big part of what you've been doing. And I know it's been real busy and you've added a lot of new features in the last few months. So just give us an overview if you don't mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm actually trying to think of all the things I've had on the user side of things.
You know what? I mean, if you missed something, it's okay, but whatever.
Yeah, no, NXDN obviously is new. I actually changed the registration page. Now you actually have to put your email in and verify it before you register. That helps us help you as the user because now we make sure we can communicate with you. We've had a lot of people put in their email address and they just don't. They either put it in wrong or they put one that's an old one or something. I don't know what the scoop is, but we weren't communicating with a lot of people, and the people are like, why aren't you talking to me? Like, we are.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do about it other than that. So
Right.
Now you have to put in your email address first and verify and get a code to continue.
Okay.
The support system, as you know, it will change shortly as well. We will shortly, and I say shortly, probably sometime in April, we will no longer accept email inbound tickets. So you can reply to an existing ticket once you open one up, but we're not taking any more inbound tickets. If you need to open a ticket, you either go and log into your account and go to the support tab and file one there, or you go to the support tab when you're not logged in and you go through the same process. You validate your email, make sure we can send an email to you, then you can tell us what you want, and then we'll deal with you that way.
Gotcha.
But we get a lot of junk mail and crap, and it's just
Spam.
easier to validate the stuff. Yeah, it's easier to validate it out before we get it.
Right.
It helps us help the users because we're inundated with mail. Like, we literally go through anywhere from 10 to 12,000 mail messages every month. That's inbound and outbound, mind you. So,
Right.
but still, if you think of that number, that's a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well.
And
Okay.
as you know, be one of our volunteer admins.
Yes.
It's a lot of work. So.
Oh yeah. I only see the stuff that's coming into Texas. I don't see.
Yes.
You guys are
So
doing.
you're literally seeing probably 1/100th of what's going on.
Right.
As far as tickets. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So what else is new? So we have a new API.
Okay.
application program interface. Instructions are right there under the API menu item. It's easy to use. Anybody needs any help with that, let me know. It's pretty straightforward. That is going to replace the CSV downloads for user and repeater data. Very shortly, they will be going away from the CSV download section from database dumps. You look confused.
So, okay, well, I'm trying to think. You're saying CSV, and I'm thinking both Cbridge files, but I'm also thinking...
No, but the Cbridge files are different.
Okay.
It's not, well, yeah, so they're staying for a little bit until I get the API to spit those out properly. And then you'll be able to get them through the API. The API offers a lot more flexibility as in what you're querying, because now you can specifically say, I want this country and these cities, or you know what I mean? Whereas the other way, you're just getting a gigantic dump of everything I had and you had to sort through it. Yeah, now you can actually specifically say, I want this, this, and this, and you get that.
So you can
deal with it at that level.
Those are useful if someone wants to download a contact list for the radio. Is that? Am I following you?
Yeah, and actually, I've been in chatting with Redivus or Alluence or however you want to, which one of those they are.
Yeah.
And I've been trying to get them to do an uptake on the API for their software. So I'm trying to get them to build it right into the software, so that you can literally go into the software when you go to program your radio, just say, I want these contacts from here, 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 and have it go pull it from RadioID, and it's right there in your radio. You don't have to do anything.
Oh, that'd be great. That'd be. You know who you need to contact.
I don't know if they're going to get it done, but yeah.
Yeah. You know who you need to talk with, and maybe you already have, but you need to talk with Tom in N0GSG.
No, I don't think it's.
Okay. Are you familiar with the N0GSG contact manager?
GSG?
Golf Sierra Golf. November 0, Golf Sierra Golf.
Yeah, I may have actually reached out to him to tell him that things were changing with the API. There are actually quite a few of them out there, different contact managers. And I've tried to reach out to each one of them to tell them things are changing, but I can't get everybody. And the day I turn it off, I know I'm going to get a bunch of angry emails. I'm not doing CSVs anymore, but.
Well, his is one of the more popular ones, and his was one of the first ones, if I remember correctly. But also, he used to have a DMR Mark query before it moved to RadioID.net. He used to have a DMR Mark query, and you could go in there and query through his software, and it would bring down the database. And then you could filter down and say, well, I only want the United States, or I only want this state, or whatever. You could filter it down however you wanted to from there. But he does constant updates. He's now supporting his latest one. He added all the Anytones. He added the VTech 6x2 just recently. He's working on the Elenco model. He's got all the TYTs and Connect System stuff. And when I email him, he always responds to me. It might take him a day or two, but he always responds to me. He's very open to having, lines of communication open. So I would think that, and that's what that'll do for you, is give you more than just Redivus. I mean, he's got some Redivus support, but he's also got TYT and Elenco and all these other ones and whatnot. So it's a wider range for you. So if you want, I'll shoot an email to you and him and say, Glenn, this is Tom. Tom, this is Glenn. You guys go.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is here as a database for everybody to use, right?
Right.
So I like to get people to actually use it in whatever regard. And if that's how they want to do it, and if he wants to do it from there, that's great. And I just think it'd be nice if it's like right in the programming software, you just pull in what you want, right?
Absolutely. I mean, well, and the cool thing
why bother going to X, Y, Z and getting a contact file when you just go hit a button and pull?
Right. And the cool thing about his software is that it's multiple radios. So like I can take my TYT MD 2017, which was the first dual band DMR radio out there. So I started building this code plug and I spent hours on it. I've got this code plug that's this long. It's as long as my arm here. And then the Anytone comes out, and then the Redivus comes out, and then you got all these radios. And I'm like, crap, I don't want to build another. Well, with his software, you can do exports, do imports and exports to and from radio. So
yeah, no, just looking at his page, I think I actually have contacted him, and him and I
Okay.
have been in back and forth, but only just to tell him about the API. I don't know if what he's going to do with that information, but
okay.
if you want to reach out further to him, maybe
We'll
make
take that.
some suggestion.
Okay, we'll take that. We'll take that offline and
Yeah.
go from there. But okay, good. So you want to jump into the website or?
Yeah, sure. I guess the only other new change I'd like to mention too,
go ahead.
before we get in to have a look around, is the U.S. hams like yourself can now change your own call sign.
Oh,
Now, see, you didn't even know that, did you?
I think I saw
one of my admin updates. Yeah,
Okay.
I can show you when you log in. I'll show you where to do it. It's actually pretty slick. I reach out to the FCC API, and I validate your old call with your new call. If the FRM matches, I'll change it for you. If it doesn't, then you're gonna have to contact support for whatever reason. But
the ULS or whoever.
yeah, I mean, we want to make sure that you are who you say you are, for starters.
Sure, of course.
It's the same thing with a lot of people get mad at us too, because we keep asking for your license. Because if you want to do something, we say, well, you show us your license. And people will give us like a screenshot of the FCC. Well, no, I can go do that.
Right.
I don't want that. I want the reference doc that shows that you are who you say you are. You hold that call sign. And then after that point, we mark you as verified. And as long as the request comes from your account or from, say, your email, but that's not going to be an issue after I turn off the inbound email support. But as long as the requests come from your account, we can do anything you want us to do, or help you any way we can, because we now know who you are. But until I see that document that says you're KC5HWD, that I don't really know that's you, because all you are is a person who signed up with an email, and that's the only way I can actually validate who you are. Right? So we use that as the de facto standard of you are verified as who you are. And then if you want repeater ID, if you want an XDN ID, it doesn't matter. It's like, yeah, boom, here you go.
It's safer for the
I don't
user.
know if it's safer and it's faster. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm actually, right now, the registration system actually has it as an option to upload your license. I'm to the point where I might make that switch to actually make it a requirement to actually upload your license. So just taking that one extra step out of it for us.
Right.
Then we know who you are, and it's not a guessing game. It's just easier all the way around.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, if you want to bring up the website, then we'll have a look. And we downgraded you to a normal user.
Right. All right. Let me see. Can you see that?
To remind me to fix that before I do it. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. So
good.
This is the main homepage.
Right.
And like I said, there are the stats I was talking about. So if you look, the last 30 days, we've had 1,800 new users, 2,100 new DMR IDs have been assigned, 44 NXDN IDs, which I think Bill Hoffman would probably be like, oh my gosh, because he was doing this before, and he contacted me about taking over NXDN. Now he's still here with us doing some administration, but he liked how slick I did everything, and it was a lot easier. So
yeah,
we moved everything over here, and of course we have 71 new repeaters have been added in the last 30 days. I don't know where all these repeaters are going, Jason. I really don't. Like, that's a lot of new repeaters in 30 days.
Let me segue there real quick, because I noticed on one of your emails a couple weeks ago, something like that, you are differentiating now, and you can probably explain this better than I can, but you're differentiating between repeaters and hotspots now.
Yes.
So those 71 new
not a repeater.
Actual repeaters, not hotspots?
They are actual repeaters as far as we know. Like, we try to really catch those ones. We usually, when somebody asks for a repeater ID, we say, are you setting up a repeater? It's on a tower. It's got, it's got, more than 10 watts out. It's an actual repeater serving an area. and those people will say, yeah, and then we give them the repeater IDs. I've also added an actual hotspot tab as well.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So hopefully that'll alleviate a lot of people's questions. Actually, since I put that up, we haven't had a whole lot of questions on hotspots IDs.
Okay.
Throughout the whole registration process and everything, there's big things that say hotspots do this, hotspots do this. So I'm trying to get that out there for people.
Right. Okay. Good.
Yeah, but I see we're up to 126,957 global IDs. That's just mind-boggling to me.
Yeah.
I know when I was doing this, when I started with DMR Market, it was like 22,000 maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know, that was like a few years ago, but still, I mean, that's crazy. Like, we hit over 100,000. That's just, and it just doesn't seem to be stopping.
No.
Oh, look, we're one repeater shy of 6,000 worldwide.
That's what. Yeah, I'm seeing that. Wow. That's why I have debates. I'll call them debates. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll claim they are. With people who say there's more Fusion users out there than DMR, and I'm like, no, there's really not, because you're comparing Fusion analog digital Fusion mixed mode to DMR, a total digital system. So how many of your Fusion repeaters are actually running 100% digital? And the answer is very few.
Well, I mean, I could tell you exactly how many Fusion IDs are in the system. So if you really want to know, it's that simple. It's just sitting in a table. Let's see, NXDN. There's 1,882 in there, and 61 in the out of zone, which is like Europe.
So like 2,000?
Just shy, just 1,900? Just shy of 2,000.
Yeah.
So, nope, not a comparison at all.
No, no, for sure. Nothing wrong with Fusion. I'm not saying anything bad about Fusion for those watching. I'm just saying DMR is the fastest growing digital mode in amateur radio right now. Good, bad, ugly, right or wrong, I'm not saying, but it is. It just is.
Yeah.
So,
definitely.
So there's that. Okay, good. All right, you want me to log in here then?
Yeah, just log in and we can look around the site and see what's new. And there you go. And your email wasn't there, and your call sign's not there either now.
Tab and it didn't take it. Whatever. Okay, there we go.
There we go. So, this is the basic user dashboard, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So the other thing that's changed too is now you can actually change your own email address as well. We used to limit that to who could change it.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, it made it so you can change it yourself. We don't get too many people wanting to change your email, but this is just simpler. My only concern I had around that was a little bit around security, is if someone hacked into your account, they could change email and send it somewhere else and take it over.
Right.
But I mean, if that's the case, I mean, if you send me your reference doc from a different email and say, this is me, and someone, took over my account, if you show me that reference doc, that to me, that's the gospel, and I'm just going to say, okay, fine, and I'm going to move it back. So,
right.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of reason someone would want to take over your DMR ID account. It's like they can't do anything nefarious except change your name and your address. I mean,
yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
That's right.
Right.
So, there's a new call sign change box over under account verifications. Now, that is only for U.S. call signs.
Okay.
Just because the FCC actually has the API, so I can talk to the FCC and get the information I need on the fly. Otherwise, that wouldn't be possible.
So does it not work?
Comes up a lot. Oh, what's that?
Does it not work with Canada?
No, I could. We don't have FRN numbers.
Oh.
We don't have like a special number that's assigned to you by Industry Canada.
Okay.
And it's just your name and call sign. So there's no way for me to verify that you're the same person, same call sign. And FRN number a bonus because it doesn't change. Once you have an FRN, it's your FRN for life.
Correct.
Right. So even when you change call signs, it's the same FRN. So I just go looking. You say, I'm this new call sign. I look up that call sign, and there could be other, and there usually are other call signs there from people who had it in the past. But as long as your FRN matches, I'm good. Then I'll change it for you automatically.
Yeah, I've got my
that all happens
under my FRN as well. So I've got more than one license.
Yes.
So
So speaking of GMRS, we have a lot lately of people trying to register GMRS radios on here, and they want an ID.
What for?
I don't know. I was going to ask you, if you're GMRS user, what do you need an ID for?
Last I checked, unless something's changed recently, it's not legal to use digital transmissions on FRS frequencies.
Yeah, so I don't know why they're looking for licenses, but just a forewarning for anybody that's trying to put in a GMRS license, you will immediately get rejected. It doesn't even go into the whole queue. We don't even see it. It goes to reject it, and you're going to get an email immediately saying this is only for amateur radio use. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, I do a lot of call sign checking. I check for country. I check the FCC database, and it's like I just knock you out right out of there if it's a GMRS.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I should say if it's not amateur related, it goes. So commercial, anything, it just won't go through.
Okay.
So, I mean, it hasn't changed that much. We do have the new tab for hotspot IDs down there, which if you go look, like your ID is 3140862. So it actually uses that as an example and shows you that you can use, 6201,
right here.
6202, et cetera. Yeah. Kind of giving you the example what you can use for hotspots.
Gotcha.
So most hotspots, even duplex hotspots, are not repeaters, and they do not require a repeater ID, as we all know. Unless you're actually using an MMDVM board to hook up an actual receiver and transmitter with a duplexer on a tower, on a mountain, or top of a building that's serving 40, 50, 60 watts of power and, has a high gain antenna and serving an actual area, it's not a repeater.
No. And I did a video a while back on that BTEC DMR amplifier.
Yeah.
And someone said, I wonder if I could connect this to my hotspot, put it on an outside antenna. I'm like, yeah, you probably could, but that's a terrible idea. I mean, the duty cycle is probably like 2.5 minutes per hour. I mean, it's not made.
Well, no, and I wonder how clean those hotspots are, really.
Yeah. So
probably not. They're not meant to transmit high power, right? So.
Right. Correct. So you can with MMDVM and Raspberry Pis, you can make any 2 radio system with a duplexer in the middle of it. You can make it into a DMR repeater. It's not hard to do. So. Yeah,
right, exactly, and that's a repeater, right? So if you have one of those, great, you can have a repeater ID.
Right.
If you just have even a full duplex hotspot, just please use the hotspot IDs.
Right.
Let's save us all the grief, and it works. It works. So use it that way.
Yeah.
So. I mean, other than that, not much has changed. I mean, we get a lot of users on a day-to-day basis. You seem to have a lot of repeater IDs there. You're a busy fella.
Yeah.
A lot of people, too, don't realize that if you go to your NXDN, which is a good example here, because you have 0 of 0, you actually see it says, please register. You must contact support to request allocations. So if you click that link, it actually takes you to the register NXDN, which explains what you need to do.
Okay.
So it actually has a complete list here and shows you the sections you need to check and how to upload your document, your license.
Okay.
So yours is a little different because you actually have it already verified your license. So yours just says, please request allocation.
Right.
When you don't have it verified, it actually comes up and says license unverified, please upload documentation. So I'm trying to be a little more proactive and dynamic to help people walk through I find nobody wants to read anything, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, we get a lot of emails all the time that says want NXDN ID, and they don't have a verified call sign. Then I point them at this, and they come back and with some other excuse about, you know, whatever. Just you know, if you just read it, follow it, it only takes a minute. Upload your reference doc, you almost immediately you'll get the NXDN and allocation.
Right.
I guess the other thing too that a lot of people have gotten a little hard to get used to is we don't change anything anymore, or at least I try to stay away from it. Some of the other admins do. If you send an email saying, you know, I moved and changed my ID or changed my location, some of the other admins will actually just go do it for you. I try to stay away from that, and I just write back and say, this is a fully self-service site. All you have to do is log into your account and do it yourself.
Do it yourself.
And which is new, I guess, since it's been going. What have we been up 6-8 months now? I think
something like
new
that.
Site. You know, a lot of the old DMR Mark guys, when we were doing it over there, you had to send us an email to change anything. You couldn't do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's new. If you know, everything on your account is changeable, just about. Well, yeah, just about everything except for your country. You can't change country.
Okay.
If you change country, you're gonna have to re-register.
Okay.
That's a whole different registration, because I can't like move your U.S. call sign to Canada or Germany or whatever, right? So it makes sense. Yeah. So I mean, from the user side, this now the FAQ. If you click on the FAQ, actually has a lot of people don't go here and look at this at all, but we actually the frequently asked questions, which there are a few, and then we actually have the frequency given advice, which is what I'd like to say is this is stuff people have asked for, and this is our reply. Like we don't do these things, or this is just extra information. We don't issue vanity IDs. I've had people actually say, oh, well, so-and-so has passed away and I want his ID. Can I have it? No. And there's a simple reason for that. I did not design the site to do that. The site issues you an ID sequentially from a listing. It starts at the lowest and goes all the way to the highest. And it looks for a blank ID and the lowest blank ID, and it issues it, which is why we don't have the MCC anymore either. We don't follow state level issuing. I think people have finally gotten used to that. There's a lot of people who questioned it, especially from other countries, because it was really an issue more here in Canada and really big in the United States. But Ham Digital and I, from over in Europe, we both talked about this, and we said this is the easiest way to do it. You just go sequentially. It's the most IDs available to everybody, because we were running out. I think California had already gone over 2 separate flips. Right?
So did Texas.
So did Texas. So, I mean, we had to do something, and that was the easiest and most efficient way to do it. So, because of that, I let the algorithm give you the ID. I don't issue IDs. I don't change IDs. I don't do anything with IDs. So if you got a problem with an ID or you want a special ID, it's like, no. If your ID isn't working, you want another one, great. We can delete it. You can apply for another one. But there's no messing around with IDs. And I've even had people, like, especially for repeater IDs, they want like a certain number for repeater ID. Like, it makes no sense. Nobody cares what your repeater ID is. Only the network does.
Right.
Just weird things like that, right? So Yeah, we've actually had to put stuff here, and of course, if you scroll down, we also have a couple of videos down there which are on YouTube, which probably need to be redone now because a lot of these are probably a little bit irrelevant, especially the registration part. But
Okay.
kind of gives you a good idea if you want to walk through how to do something and just want to watch the video real quick.
Okay. Good.
I don't know if you checked out the API at all.
I have not.
Okay, so if you want to click on that real quick, we'll just go over this real fast. So this is replacing the data dumps. You have the API is available for the DMR user, DMR repeater, NXDN user, and C+ user data. Now, you'll notice the C+ data is here. The C+ data is not on the database dump. Sorry, there is a CSV dump for it, but there's not a search for it. Two reasons. One, we don't really want to make C+ a thing. It's only used for those very rare occasions where a commercial operator is operating in both commercial and amateur. And
When you say C+, that's Connect Plus, right?
No, Cap Plus.
Cap.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that.
Capacity Plus.
Capacity. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, Capacity Plus. Yeah. Cap Plus.
Yeah.
So it's only for those commercial operators who are operating in both spaces. It's not a special ID that someone wants to get a special number. It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
If you don't have a commercial license and a ham license, don't even bother applying because you're going to get rejected for it. The other side of the coin is C+ doesn't work with DM anymore. Brandmeister said, we're not doing C+, end of story, over. So it only works if you're on a mark system. And a lot of people now have actually stopped using the Cap Plus because BM dropped it. So, yeah, so this is pretty easy. I mean, if you scroll down a little bit further, there's the output format. So you can get it in JSON or CSV if you still want to download CSV. And then there's the wildcards, and you can do multi-select. So you can do like multiple countries. So you can do like and Maine and state. So you can just like state equals Maine, state equals New Hampshire, and state equals Texas, and you get all three of those states in the query. And it's just that simple. If you scroll down a little bit more, there's actually a quick little example for New York. So if you just grab everything past the curl, so like the HTTPS over, with your, just take that and stick it in a new tab, you'll see what comes out real fast.
Okay.
Yeah, up to the H. Yeah, there you go. Just grab that and copy and open up a new tab just so we kind of show people what happens here. Okay, so there. I mean, that's just it. There's your, so those were repeaters in New York.
Okay.
So there's the 3 repeaters in New York. Now you could do the same thing. You could change that city to your city in Texas and get the same results.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So it gives you your account and gives your output. And if you change the parameter to CSV, you get the same thing, but a comma separated file that you download instead of see on the screen.
Gotcha. Okay.
So this is very flexible, very easy to use. This is the new way to get the data.
Okay. Looks good.
Yeah.
Kind of simplistic once you understand what's going on.
Yeah, it really is. It's, you know, we try to make it as simple as possible and painless. I mean, really all you want is an ID. Most people will come here, sign up, get an ID, and probably never come back to the site, honestly.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I mean, you know, this is though where you, if you want to change your information, this is where you come. You know, change your call sign, this is where you come. Anything to do with your DMR ID is here. This is, so it's only RadioID and ham digital. I got a cat next to me again. Really low. Different cat this time.
Oh.
We got 2. So yeah, it's only so we are the only 2 official databases in the world.
Right.
If you're getting data from somewhere else, from another spot, they're getting it from either me or from Hans over in Germany. is the 2 spots. If anyone else is trying to say they're going to register you an ID or whatever, they're not part of the main system worldwide. It's not going to work.
All right.
They may be able to give you an ID, but it's not going to be registered in the system. It's not going to work. So.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. Other than that, that's the quick run through and.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. It looks good. Definitely good.
You probably don't see it from the user side very often. So.
No. No. Yeah. My view is a little bit different, but I'm just looking at. This.
Yeah, you know it's the big thing at the top about hotspots?
Right. I saw that about a week ago.
Yeah.
So.
And so if you go to the register page too, you'll notice it's different now. So you go to register, this page is the same as it always was.
Okay.
And of course, the big letters, do not register repeater call signs. The old system, we used to register them individually. Now, you register a repeater under your account, right? Because the repeater is attached to you. Yeah, whoever the trustee is. You're the trustee, you register a repeater under you.
Yeah.
and as you know, you've done a couple. They're pretty easy. Once we give you the allocations, you just go in, click add an ID, you fill in the fields, and boom, you got it.
Yeah.
There's no waiting, there's no approval, none of that stuff. So if you scroll down here and say I accept terms, I'll just believe you that you agreed and read the whole thing above.
Click here.
Yep. Yeah. So now we take you here. Before we used to take you to the screen where you put in your country and call sign.
Right.
Then you come here. Now you have to put in your email. You put it in, and it'll send you a code. It'll change this to a verified code. You actually put in the code, and then it takes you to the next screen where you put in all your information at that point.
Okay.
So it's kind of an extra couple steps, but it's an extra couple steps that I think actually expedite the whole process. Because if you put your email in wrong, then you don't get any emails from us. You won't get the email about the ID. You won't get any support type emails or questions we have or anything like that. It just doesn't work. And well, like right now, the current system, you can email in for support, but if that email that you're emailing from doesn't match what's on your account, and it doesn't show up as being you, and then we're not going to help you as expediently because we don't know it's you.
Right.
Which is the reason why I'm getting rid of inbound support emails as well, because a lot of people like to use email aliases, but they don't send their email from the alias, right? So, like if I had VE9GLN at ARL.net, well, that's fine, and I can receive emails, but when I send an email into support, it's coming from my Gmail address.
Right.
Well, that doesn't help us because I don't know what your Gmail address is, so I can't match that email to your account. I can't, and that doesn't prove who you are. So, which is the whole reason why I was getting rid of the inbound support emails and just make. If you want to contact us, just come here, log into your account, click support, and you're good to go. So let's see, you're logged in. So if you actually go up to support, you will actually just see your the support dashboard, where you can immediately create a new issue. Right.
Okay.
If you weren't logged in, you would actually get another screen which will ask you to put in your email, just like the registration.
Okay.
So then we walk you through the same process. And then after that, it's the same. You just put in all your information and then they'll get back to you.
Cool. Good deal.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah. So that's basically RadioID in a nutshell. Like I say, we try to keep it, clean and useful for everybody. And as long as everybody keeps your data up to date.
Right. Yeah, totally. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great. That's perfect, man. I appreciate you going over that with us. I mean, I know that the last time you and I spoke, it was right before you launched this. I think it was.
It was, yeah.
And you launched it, and you made some like immediate updates, and then over the course of the next few months, you've even updated even more to it. So I know you've been working on it. I know you've been putting a lot of time into it. So.
I put a lot of time, and I'm the only guy doing all the work. I don't have anybody to help me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. It kind of keeps things straight in my head that way too. I'm not trying to pull in someone else's changes through change management tool, so it's a lot easier on my head. I keep in mind when something breaks, I know immediately where it is because I wrote it.
Right.
So it's not that bad in that regard.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So yeah, there's been a lot of changes. A lot of them are on the admin side, the back end that most users will never see.
Mm-hmm.
And those changes are just to help us, help you guys expedite the process when you want to change, or you want an XDN ID, you want a repeater ID, you want X, Y, and Z. That's just to help us help you faster, and I think it actually goes pretty well.
Yeah, no, I'd say so. Yeah, the whole registering an ID and getting it immediately, or getting a repeater ID immediately is definitely easy.
Well, I mean, you get your repeater ID immediately. You get your NXDN ID immediately once you have an account. Registering for an account, if you put your government issued ham radio license document in there from whatever government you have, that usually, like I've seen people put in their for an account, and 10 minutes later we're issuing them the ID.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It can be that fast, and it all depends on who's picking up the ticket, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are 20. We have 20 admins.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was that many.
Yeah, we have 20 admins, and they range. Some people can only see certain sections of the site. Obviously,
Right.
Some people like you who just wanted Texas, and I'm like, fine, if you just want Texas, I can do that. There are other people who only wanted United States. They didn't want to deal with Canada or anywhere else in the world. So, and that's fine. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us that can see everything in the world.
Oh, okay.
But since the majority of stuff comes from the United States, most of the admins can do United States. So,
okay, makes sense.
We could, makes sense. It's the most amount of IDs going through the system is from the U.S.
Oh yeah. Yeah, not surprising there. So,
cool, man. Like I said, I mean, you upload your license, you'll get through faster.
There you go. Yeah, and everybody can download their license as a PDF file from the FCC ULS now, at least for the United States, I mean.
Yeah.
So, it's something you should probably have a download of anyway, realistically.
Probably,
I mean,
and just to note, too, that we don't actually keep that. Once you upload the license to us, we verify it, we delete it.
Okay.
So we don't keep a copy of it in the system. I just don't have enough. I don't have space for that. That would drag the database down. I mean, gigantic pictures sitting there. It just takes a lot of room, right?
Yeah. Totally.
So
totally.
we just use it to verify. Once we verify, we know you're verified. You're
good. Perfect. All right, man. Cool.
That's the
hey, man,
dime tour, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks for taking the time. Don't forget to put my admin rights back.
No, I just did.
Okay. I'm going to get a ticket next week and log in and be like, I can't see anything. So, but thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'll keep in touch with you, of course. And if there's any new major updates that come out in a few months, maybe we'll do this again. It's always good to get the information in front of people so that they can reference back to it and know what's going on.
Definitely.
Keep everyone on the same page for at least.
Yeah. No, definitely. And I just, I hope people enjoy it and it's easy to use. So that's my biggest goal.
Sure. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Well, good, Jason. We'll see you at Dayton, buddy.
Yeah, definitely. Will you have a table there?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just going to be walking around, but I'll have the hat on. So. Well.
Okay. Well, come by the Bridgecom. You know the guys at Bridgecom Systems? Yeah, there you go. Cool.